Hello, boxing fans. I want to talk about the possible match between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Um, Recently, I've been doing a lot of reading and watching interviews and watching some videos, prediction videos on YouTube, and looking for a breakdown of this fight, a fair, balanced breakdown of who you think is going to win. And it's kind of sad, but everything I read, it's either really biased for one fighter or the other. It's either, well, Manny Pacquiao is going to go in there, knock Floyd Mayweather out within 5 rounds, and or it's, oh, Floyd is just going to go in there, I'll box Manny Pacquiao for 12 rounds. It's going to be a snooze fest, and that's it. 12-round decision, all rounds for Floyd Mayweather. Um, I want to look at this fight and I want to analyze this fight as a boxing fan. I'm not a Floyd Mayweather fan. I'm not a Manny Pacquiao fan. So if you favor one guy over the other, that's fine. You're a fan. But this video or this breakdown really does not favor any guy. I really want to break down who I think is gonna win and why. Whenever I read anything that says, well, Manny Pacquiao is going to knock Mayweather out, it makes me wonder, have these people ever seen Floyd Mayweather fight? I mean, I've been watching him since he was maybe early 20s or, 19 years old or something like that. And he's 41 and 0, and he has really never engaged anybody in a war. So what makes you think he's going to start doing that now? You know, I don't want to get into who Manny has fought in the last couple of years. You have your De La Hoyas and your Margaritos and Ricky Hattons and those kind of guys. And I'm not going to get into all they were weight drained or, shop worn fighters that he just beat up for 12 rounds. I'm not gonna get into none of that stuff, but one thing I will say is they were perfect for him. They were guys that came forward first and wanted to take two shots in order to land one, and felt they could overwhelm Manny with their size and got lit up for it. Um, I don't see Mayweather doing that. Manny Pacquiao needs for you to be there and engage him, and then he kills you with that straight left to his, and then now he's developed the right hook, and that's what he does. Except Mayweather's not gonna be there for him. I honestly don't think Mayweather is gonna go in with a game plan of coming forward and taking shots to land a few shots. I think is going to be um, Manny Pacquiao coming forward as he does, trying to knock Mayweather out, going to be frustrated over Mayweather's quickness and superior defense. I really do not think there's any debate over who has the better defense of the two. Manny Pacquiao is wide open up the middle. Margarito landed a few good shots. I mean, hurt him in the middle rounds. You can go back to the Marquez fights, the second one, even the first one as well. He's open for counterpunching. Even Joshua Clottey got some counterpunching in when he decided to throw some. So he can be hit. Um, and for him to win, especially when he's been taking on these larger physical fighters, he basically needed to pound them over and over again into submission. I mean, he did that to Margarito, to Cotto. Ricky Hatton just basically walked in there and got lit up. So that's on him. But I do not see him doing that to Mayweather over and over again. I just don't see it. I think it's going to be him trying to and then getting counterpunched. And I think the speed, it could go either way. I think the speed is a toss out by do not think Manny's faster than Mayweather, but I don't think Mayweather's faster than Manny. I think it's a toss up when it comes to that. I do give Pacquiao the edge on punching power, but I give a huge edge to Mayweather on the defense, and I think that's where it's going to be. I think it's going to be Manny trying to catch Mayweather and just getting counterpunched. I do think Manny will have his moments in the fight. I do not think it's going to be a laugher by a long shot. I do think he has a chance in this fight, but all signs to me, and you have to, there's the cliche of, fighters don't make fights, styles makes fights, and that is so true in this case. If you just analyze the way Manny Pacquiao fights, and you analyze the way Mayweather fights, and if Manny can impose his will and fight his fight, then yes, he has the advantage, and I think he would win. But I just don't see it happening, people. I'm not here. The last thing I would call myself is a Mayweather fan, but just watching him over the years and the masterful boxer that he is, um, I do not see him engaging Manny. I don't. And, Manny Pacquiao fans are going to be quite frustrated that fight. I think if I have to say the totals, I think Mayweather wins 8 rounds to 4, 7 rounds to 5 or so, around there. But at the end of the day, I think Manny is just going to be frustrated, counterpunched, and he will get his, but not in a consistent basis. When you have somebody like Mayweather who's not going to stand there, who's going to use his superior defense, he's an excellent counterpuncher, and we all have to admit it. Manny's open for the counters. He just is because he's an offense first kind of fighter. That's just basically it. I just want to see a good fight, and when I sit down and really think about it, I have to give the edge, and not a huge one by far, but I give the edge to Floyd Mayweather due to his superior boxing skill. I think Manny Pacquiao is a better brawler, obviously. He's more entertaining to watch than Floyd Mayweather, and this will frustrate Pacquiao fans and will call for the rematch and call, Mayweather a chicken for getting on his bicycle that fight and basically pop shotting their fighter. But that's just how it is. Boxing is hitting without getting hit, and he is really good at that. So I feel that that's how it's going to go down. If you agree or disagree, you're more than welcome to leave a comment. But please, if you're a super Manny Pacquiao fan or a super Mayweather fan, and you want to call me a hater, please save it. I could make a 20-minute video breaking down why anybody is crap. Everybody fights, shitty fighters at some point, but I'm not gonna waste my time with responding to any of those kind of comments. So if you have something smart to say, or if you have a better breakdown of how this fight's gonna go, that's based on fact, not what you feel you think is gonna happen, but more based on looking at each fighter's styles and breaking it down that way. I feel like I did that. I really thought about it. The other issue with this fight is the whole controversy with the blood testing and everything else, and Mayweather fans are blaming Pacquiao, and Pacquiao fans are calling Mayweather a chicken, and they're ducking this guy, he's ducking him, and all the back and forth. Honestly, people, if you don't see what's happening here, I really don't know what to tell you, but it's blatantly obvious to me that the only reason they haven't signed that dotted line is because they're waiting for the fight to get bigger. It's almost there, but if the fight is 40 million today, I think next year it might be 50 million. You know what I mean? So when it gets as big as it's gonna get, and it's getting close, those guys will fight. Something will get worked out. if Manny's clean, which I'm not saying he's not, he'll take the blood test, he'll pass with flying colors, so will Mayweather, and they'll get it on. There's too much money on the table not to make this happen. Everybody wants it, and the fighters want it.